Alright, welcome back to another video. Today I've made 5 different designs for paths centred around different block combinations and different biomes, hopefully to give you an idea of things that you could do in your world. So let's jump straight into it. The first path design is the tiger path. I used basalt, cobblestone, mossy cobblestone, the mossy cobblestone stairs and the cobblestone slabs to create this path. I waterlogged the cobblestone stairs to create small puddles in the path, just giving a bit of extra life to it. I used the slabs to transition between the different levels of the path, and as you can see, the basalt works very well with the cobblestone. They've got very similar textures, but the extra colour really brings it to life. I try to make the paths curve and twist in places to stop them being boring, to try and make them a little bit more interesting to look at and to travel down. The second path design is the spruce and dark oak path. I used dark oak stripped logs, I used the spruce planks, I used the spruce stripped logs, the spruce slabs and the spruce trapdoors. And as you can see, when you mix them together, they make a nice natural looking path, perfect for the dark oak forest or a spruce forest even. With this path, I put all of the lighting underneath the trapdoors because they're already in the floor, so there's no need to have lanterns or other light sources around, so this will make it look a lot more natural. I used the slabs again to transition between the different levels, but also used these trapdoors to just make that transition even smoother as you go around. The third path design is the crimson forest path. I used the nether brick variants, I used the crimson plank variants and the stripped crimson logs, as well as some of the crimson trapdoors. And because this was in the nether, I wanted to use as the light source and as an added feature, put the lava underneath the paths but use the trapdoors so that you can see through them and make it look like you're constantly in danger, which in the nether you always are. Now I've added the soul lanterns to this path. They didn't need any more light as you're getting enough light from the lava, but I thought they brought some more atmosphere, as well as the shroom lights from the small trees as well. Just creates a lot more light sources to make it nice and bright to try and prevent mobs if you're doing it in survival. The fourth path design is the plains path. I wanted this path to be slightly raised up off the floor, so I used all of the different variants of slabs. I've got the polished andesite slab, I've got the 2 different types of cobblestone slabs, and then the stone brick slabs as well, because obviously this would be a man-made path, so I wanted it to look as though the villagers themselves had built it. I also added a couple of dead coral blocks because they go really well with the cobblestones. Because I wanted the path to look like it was built by the villagers themselves, I used the andesite slabs and the stone slabs, but then with the cobblestone varieties and the mossy cobblestones, it makes the path look like it's very well worn, makes the world look like it's been lived in for decades maybe. Because I wanted this path to look like it was made by the villagers, I used lanterns to light it. I used the walls along the edges of the paths to put the lanterns on, but then if you've got your trees near the paths, a good idea was also to hang them with the chains from the trees. The fifth path design was the swamp marshland path. I used the stripped oak logs, I used the oak planks and the oak plank slabs, as well as the oak trapdoors, I used regular oak logs to raise the path up out of the water so that it's one block above. It gives it that dock feel. I'll use quite a lot of trapdoors so that you can see through your path into the water, and so that the sea pickles can actually light up your path as well as the surrounding area, and they also make it look a little bit more rickety. As you've already seen across the different designs of the paths, it seems to be best to create lots of twists and turns around the paths to make them look more natural, to try to use elevation as much as you can, just to give different little transitions to make the path look a bit more interesting. Another good tip is always to, if you can, hide your light sources if you want to make them look more natural, like we did with this one. If we hide them underneath the trapdoors, it stops you from having to put lanterns or torches around. But if you're getting close to a village or one of your builds, it's good, you can put your fences up, you can put the lights on top of them, or even use your lights hanging from the trees to make it look like you're going into a more populated area. What's also just as important as the actual path is the surroundings, whether that's putting up these bushes, the little rocks on the side, whether it's using the coarse dirt around the edges of the paths to make them look like they've been travelled but are not actually part of the path, using the fences, whether it's bone mealing up the ground or putting in some trees and flowers. Also things like little rivers, little streams down the sides. Anything you can do to decorate around the path as well is just going to bring more life to your paths and make your world look like something you have built yourself, and is going to make it look different from everybody else's. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and if you've got any other ideas of designs, if you've seen things that I've missed, if you've got ways for me to improve the things I've done, then please let me know in the comments. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.